Alright, defensibility check on set 6080 King's Castle.
Wow. Look at its majesty.
It has to be said, this castle passes cool ability check 1000%.
Wow, that's a lot of percent.
It's so cool looking.
It is.
Banners a-flying.
Wow. So, taking a look at this set right off the bat, it's imposing. Large number of figures. Look at those horses.
So this castle, the Crusader's Castle, is the inspiration for the 90th anniversary, air quote, Lion Knight's Castle. With that imposing gatehouse there, the two shields above the portcullis, and drawbridge.
Mm-hmm. Without further ado, I say we dive in.
Alright, let's discuss the accessibility, defensibility, and offensibility of this here castle.
So, first off, we have stairs. This is, however, negative because guess what? The stairs go to two small platforms and not really anywhere else. The towers are inaccessible from that walkway, so it renders the stairs somewhat useless.
Very sad. But it has stairs. That's nice.
It does have stairs. Again, classic problem with these old sets. Inaccessible arrow loops. Problem with the piece. It's just a bit too tall.
'Tis true, 'tis true.
Incomplete circuit, as mentioned a bit earlier with those towers. They're closed off on that side, which means you can't walk through.
Nor can you climb up to, through, into the massive Barbican, the Gatehouse Tower.
Right, which leads to, next up, inaccessible towers and inaccessible tower tops, more specifically. Some positives, however. We do have the stairs. The stairs are a relatively recent innovation when it comes to castles.
Is this the first set of stairs we see up to the walls?
I believe so.
Yes, indeed.
So that's pretty awesome. We also have a room, which seems to be a staple at this point, just to have a room of some kind
with a lock. Oh, it's beautiful.
Sorry, what is that?
A minifigure accessible lock.
It's a lock. Beautiful. We can also say that we have an armory, as we can. Yeah, there's a little.
The
sword.
other side of from the room has a sword, and we've got axes by the front gates, and some brown spears up at the top of the tower, the main tower here. This gatehouse.
Very nice. The accessible winch, as we'll see, it's very nice. Little hand crank, little guy.
Minifigure accessible and not accessible to invaders. That's very nice.
That's a very, very good thing.
Important thing.
And then same goes for the block. So, we have a -5. No, it's a -6. What's that on the drawbridge? A tripwire!
Oh man. Okay, so this drawbridge design is a bad drawbridge design.
Bad drawbridge design.
Here, so there's these loops on the drawbridge that you put your string through, but you can trip over it, and we can see in the box art they very sneakily put another soldier in front of it so that you can't see it there, because it looks like the knight's gonna trip over.
That's pretty sneaky.
Very sneaky.
So that leaves us with a -6 and a +6 net score for accessibility of 0.
Accessibility pH is water.
On to defensibility. Chronic problem.
Low crenellations. They're just not an adequate height. The crenelle should be up to the head of the person so they can be covered completely, and then those sort of teeth gums, the hole between the tops of the crenellations that you should be able to shoot arrows between, should go up to about half your height so you can see everything, shoot from there, and hide behind the crenelle.
I mean, not anything particular to this castle concerning crenellation height, but chronic problem. We also have walled towers, so those towers that we were talking about earlier where the wall gets in the way of being a complete circuit. That's also a problem when it comes to sieges.
If a enemy force should take the left tower, the right tower archers have no ability to help out their friends attempting to take it back. There's walls between these towers. They are defended from each other in addition to being defended from the outside. There's lots of places to hide. You can hide under the stairs, you can hide under the corners, And the little turrets on the side, which extend outward somewhat so that you can split the castle apart, very cool. But it denies you machicolations. There's no machicolations on the top story, the back towers, and there's no machicolations on the sides of the front towers.
We also have, for some positives, a working portcullis, which I believe this is the first time that we've seen a portcullis in addition to the drawbridge.
That is correct.
Which is another plus. And the towers, despite the fact that they're not machicolated, have great visibility, good placement.
Very high, good placement.
So that leaves us with a net of 0, 3 negatives, 3 positives.
pH, water.
On to offensibility. As mentioned earlier, unmachicolated tower portions. Not cool. Don't do that.
And when there are machicolations on the Barbican, the main gatehouse tower, there's a whole bunch of beautiful but decoration in the way. You can't really properly use those machicolations.
Right.
You'll hurt the chains of your drawbridge or the top of the drawbridge itself, or destroy your decoration, or the decoration will deflect it and defend your enemies.
On to, I guess, some more positive things. We have lots of arrow loops.
Mm-hmm.
Inward-facing arrow loops.
Oh, they're so beautiful. They face into the gatehouse tower. If somebody should break it through your drawbridge and portcullis, you'll be able to shoot them immediately. Very nice. Very nice addition here.
That, again, leaves us with a net score of 0.
pH?
Water. What is this?
Very blah castle, defensibility-wise.
As of right now, it's
strange.
At a 0 overall. But there are some other things that will aid in its score.
Oh, but of course. We have a massive garrison. We have 4 mounted knights, 4 archers, and 4 polearmsmen. That's a force of 12. How incredible. And 4 of them mounted. And those archers, we have enough swords, spears, and the like to arm them as well. This is the largest number of horses to come in a castle set yet. And then, when the castle opens up, they thought through so well to have a staircase for either side. Now, we mentioned the staircases weren't easily usable, but they thought through towers on the corners of the wide and open castle with the stairs splitting so you have 2 ways to get to the wings of the castle. Very well thought through design there. So what are the numbers?
The total, 3. Not terrible.
Not an indefensible castle. This castle is somewhat defensible. It's often said that King's Castle doesn't come with a king. I think this is false. I just don't think the king is becrowned at this time. It seems as if he is ready for war. We have one knight here, the one of all of them, who is given the yellow and blue shield as opposed to the blue and yellow shield. He is likewise given 2 flags, making him stand out from all the rest. In addition, in both of the pictures of the full set, first closed and second open, he is set aside from the other knights. He will be mounting his horse using a little block that he can step up on, and he's attended by guards. And in the second, he is in the center to be seen by all in his majesty. So I believe, on account of his majesty, this is his majesty, the king.
Wow.
So there we are, defensibility check on 6080 Lego King's Castle.